Hey guys, welcome to Trillex Autorouting Chatbot. This is my newest project and I'm just going to quickly run through it. So there's a sign up page and you can choose to sign in with email or just continue with Google. As I've already signed in, I'm going to just log in real quick with that same account. And as you can see in the top right, it updates immediately and you can see that you are logged in. So here's the main interface. I'm just going to ask it a little question here. And there you go, it identified the best model for this type of question and streams a response to the user. And as you can see, there is markdown styling like bolded text and bullet points and separation. So this was enabled using React Highlight. And these tables too, all of that was enabled by React Markdown. I'm just going to send in another prompt right now. Try to make it slightly different, or maybe more business related, I guess. So we can, test the different intents. Just a quick example. And it shows another model, as we can see. Let me just ask another question to just demonstrate. So my ML classifier just goes through the prompt and figures out one of 42 different intents. And each intent is mapped to one of the best LLMs for that answer. And that's why it's able to provide quite good quality answers for any type of prompt you ask it. And nowadays coding is quite popular, so I'm just gonna ask it a simple coding question real quick for this demonstration. And instantly it just figures out that it's GPT-5. That's the power of my ML classifier. Sometimes if it's not that confident, it uses the LLM classifier, which increases reliability, but it just takes slightly longer. So for coding questions specifically, or any prompt or response that has coding involved in it, I implemented a code block feature, and it encompasses all of the code in a code block, neatly arranges it so you can copy and paste into your IDE if needed. And yeah, if you run this, it should produce a working calculator. So the next feature I'd like to talk about is image and document upload. So I'm gonna upload a document over here. I'll upload this IB document. And I'm just gonna start asking a question. And it uses Nano. Should currently be searching the vector database. And you can notice I've not mentioned anything about IB or any specific university, but as it says in the answer, it pulled that information from the PDF and, well, it was able to properly answer. It identified that that application form was about NUS, it was about IB students and things like that. So you're also able to view all your uploaded documents. Now I'm just gonna upload an image. Let's upload this one. And it takes some time to process. You don't have to stay on this page. You can honestly just go out as well and type up a question. And if I'm just gonna check once and it's been ready. So here. Oh, and it shows Grok, I guess. Grok for code fast. And it also, okay, this is wonderful because it's identifying that the document I uploaded before is irrelevant to this question, and it is just focusing on this. Now let's get onto the web search feature or the web search function. So you enable it by pressing the plus icon and then enabling web search. And a tag comes up to let you know that web search is enabled. So I'm just going to ask a question that would likely require much more relevant information or current information. So, and it lets you know with a tag that web search is enabled. To Grok 4 because I guess it's a price and product comparisons intent. And yeah. So this search feature is implemented using the Tably search API, and I have a function which takes 5 or 6 relevant internet sources from online and compares all of them and picks the best 3. And as you can see in the internet sources tag, it says it took 6 because it always pulls 6, and then it compares the best 3 or 4. So if you press it, it opens up the internet sidebar and it shows you all of the links. So here are the best 3 links that it decided had the best answers relevant for this prompt. And yeah, you can click it and it'll take you to the link. All of them exist. They're not hallucinations or fake. They're real links. So, yeah, there you go. Here are the next few features. We have response length. So before it's been set on auto, you can choose now which one you want to pick. I'll just say detailed for now. And the other options is that the user can pick which model they actually want to use. So they have a choice from all of these models. Just for testing, I'll pick a simple model like GPT-5 Mini. And I'll ask it a question. So manual mode, it lets you know, thanks for the answer, 100% confidence because it's manual mode. And I'm just going to say test again and then stop it while it's answering to showcase the interrupt feature. And it basically just cuts the stream, and there you go. So I've just stopped it, it cut the stream, no more tokens are being sent out, and yeah, it just interrupts the response. So that's basically it for the main page now. Let's move on to the sidebar. So here we have an auto conversation title setter. So as we see for the other one, the business report, it automatically set a title, and it showcases it here and here. And let me just make a new conversation. Just ask it a little question so it makes up the title in front of us. So for this, I use the same LLM as I use for the classifier, just for a different purpose now. So it quickly, just sets the title after and you can see here, it sets the title on its own. Now let me just show you guys another feature. I'm just going to give it a little bit of information about myself, and then I'll ask it a little follow-up on the previous question. So let's see if it remembers the context. It should, because this chatbot here, Trillex, well, I didn't even need to ask, it already does remember. And yeah, so I'm just going to ask it, since it remembered the football conversation, I'm just going to ask it about my age again. So what's my age again? Just to showcase that it truly does remember what has been said before. Perfect. So this context awareness actually stays within the conversation you're having. So the way the database is structured is there's a one-to-many relationship between one user and many conversations, and each conversation has many messages and many documents. So each message or the context is tied to each singular conversation. So me telling my age to this chatbot was in this conversation. Let me move to another one and ask it my age. And it will not remember at all because that was in another conversation and it's not tied to this one. So this makes it such that your conversations are separated and wonderful. They're separated and they don't interfere with one another. There's also a conversational search feature, so you can search up for different conversations, like let's say football, and it shows you that there's a conversation talking about football. And if I even search about specific words in the conversation, it shows you that too. Now, just to showcase that the conversation history feature, I'm going to log out really quickly and log into another account. As you can see, none of my conversations from before are here. This is just another test I had here. Now let me log back into the main account. And you can see in the sidebar, every single conversation is there. If I open it up, it loads up all the messages from before. So that's the conversation history feature. Users are also able to rename their conversation titles. So I'll just call this test, save it, and it's updated properly. You're also just able to delete conversations if you wish to do so. And it deletes it. I also chose to add a UI feature where you can change the theme from dark mode to light mode, and it changes the entire page completely, maintains a few of the color dynamic changes. I genuinely prefer dark mode. And there's also the option of view your token usage. So it updates as you text with this chatbot. So I'm just going to send a test. And it should increase the token count. As you can see, it updated there as the chatbot responded. So that's all for my Trillex Autorouting chatbot. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was of general help. Thank you.